Well, this is miserable. Hello and welcome back to... what are we doing? Competitive multiplayer. That's what we're doing. However, it is raining. We do have the mud mod on, which means that there is a high chance of sinkage in the rain. But the rain is due to go on until about 11 o'clock. So unfortunately, there's not an awful lot else we can do. I might try and do a bit of spraying on the oat field. I need to spray it with herbicide. But equally, I might just try and do some seeding as well. Oh dear, sinking straight away. Look at that. Well, that's no good at all. Well, I could maybe try and move some bales around, I suppose. Yeah, it's unfolded and lowered. Well, yes, it's not working in the rain at all. But also because I haven't switched it on. Come on. Come on, Robert. Get back there. Now it's working. Now that I have switched it on. Well, it seemed... oh. And now it's not working again. Oh. Dearie me. Well, it is possible that this could work. Let's try it with it actually switched on this time, instead of just, I think it's switched on. Well, we do seem to be seeding. Anyway, so that's good. Now, I suppose the other job I can do is to move the bales around once they've fermented. They are about 80-90%. So I don't see any problem with that, really. They should get to 100% pretty quickly, or pretty soon. So, yeah, I'm afraid it's just going to be doing that until the rain stops. And then we could do with herbiciding the other oat field that we put in last time. Sinky. And then we'll have to do the grape harvest, but that will definitely have to be done once it stopped raining, because I don't want it to affect the harvest there. We've also got a lot of things that need selling. We've got... oh, we've got milk that we can't get hold of, but we've got loads of flour. December, obviously, best price for that. We've got loads of wine. Next month is the best for that. So I'll have to remember to sell the wine in next month's episode. Fantastic. We can make a bit of money. Not that we really need it at the moment, but it's all a big competition. In fact, how are we getting on in the competition at the minute? Oh, it's neck and neck. Well, how about that? I'm going to have to start expanding my my process. I think I might want to get a... oh, crikey. I might want to get a cow barn for milkers. So we can keep the field that we've got for the beef cattle, and then get a giant cow barn for milkers. That's a possibility. But until then, let's get this seeded. I don't think we're destroying the crop by driving in it there, but it's certainly leaving some big tracks on the ground. Okay, right, let's crack on. Well, there we go. As you can see, it is still raining very hard. I am just hoping that this isn't going to destroy the crop that we're driving through and sinking into here. We shall have to see. Oh, I missed a spot there. Never mind, that'll be alright. Okay, so I'm going to take this seeder down and drop it down here. It's 9:30. We've got an hour and a half until the rain stops, and then a further bit of time until we can drive without sinking again. What could I do? There we go. That's dropped off there. Yes. Seems to be water in that field next to us. This isn't fully grown yet. We can connect up to this trailer. Now, let me just check on... So these are 95% fermented, 96, 97. So it's not going to be long until they are ready to feed into here. I think what I'll do is turn off the straw. How's that doing? Oh, we're getting there on the old coffee beans. That'll be good. Barley flour, I can deactivate that now. I could fill up all the greenhouses. That's something we could do. We've still got some grapes in there to harvest from last time. We won't switch it over to selling until October. 3101, 2966. Actually, it's not too far off at all, is it? It is still going up. So we will wait. We can have a little bit of a think about what it is we could do to make a bit more money. Oh, and at the same time, actually, let's just turn that one off. We'll go back to this one. Let's go and spray the oat field for herbicide, for weeds. The one that we planted yesterday, not the one that we have just planted today. Should have enough herbicide in here, I hope. Yep. I would think that would be plenty. Let's make our way over there and get spraying. By the time we've done that, I'm hoping that the bales will have fermented and we can start putting them all into the biogas facility. And then the second part of this is going to very much be a grape harvest. But first of all, spraying. Well, we have a little bit of an issue here. I appear to be stuck. Lovely. Well, that's going to have to wait then, isn't it? How are we getting on with the bales? 97%, 98%. Well, I suppose we could start collecting the grass bales from up the top. 2 loads of those to come down. Tell you what, with the mud mod switched on, rain is really a pain. There's also another mod called Rain Pain. which tends to damage machinery and stuff when you use it in the rain, which is more realistic, which is good. I have got it on my as real as it gets series. But yes, at the minute, all we're waiting for is the rain to stop and the ground to dry out, because we're not going to get that tractor unstuck until the ground dries out. In fact, even then it may not get unstuck that easily. Have to disconnect the sprayer, drive the tractor out, then back up and reconnect the sprayer. But these things are sent to try us. Alright then. So we've got 2 loads of these to pick up from right outside the front door of this house here. There we go. Load number 1. Superb. I don't want to get stuck in a field, so we're not going to. And away we go. Right, I'll transport these loads down there and then we'll see how the alfalfa silage has got on. Right. How am I going to do this? Silage, 98% silage. These should all be, well, some of them are silage, some of them are not. Right, so let's pick up these ones. There we go. And then if we get closer, we should be able to offload them close enough to the BGA for it to take them, hopefully. Ah, that's as far over as it'll go. That's not ideal, if I'm completely honest. I think I'm going to have to start pushing them into the trigger. What could I use for that? I know. Let's use the front mower. If we get the front mower on, in fact, if we get the back mower onto the front, we could fold it down and push more in at once. Okay, let's give this a go. Ah, maybe I need to lower it. Yep. Okay. Well, that's sort of working. And it has managed to take some in, so let's have a quick look. Yeah. Let's activate that. And then we could be pushing more in as it uses it. We need to make sure that there are silage bales that are going in, though. That's the trouble. Right, how's that looking? Getting there. Definitely getting there. It worked better than I expected it to, if I'm perfectly honest. Right, well that gets us a bit of the way there, doesn't it? I suppose we'll just have to leave those to ferment and be taken. In the meantime, it is now 11:15. The rain should have stopped, but it hasn't. But I'll head over and we'll start reconfiguring the harvester and getting the trailer ready. Hopefully by the time that we've done that, the rain should have stopped. But that doesn't mean that it'll be... It doesn't mean that it'll be good to you to do it, but... Yeah, some of these are still fermenting. Well, we'll keep an eye on it. Right, let's get the trailer sorted out. And then we need to... Currently, the harvester is a sprayer. So we'll have to bring it up and get it sorted. Where are we? Here it is. Get it reconfigured as a harvester. Have to remember to empty the fertilizer out of it. The last thing we want is to waste that fertilizer. I don't know, we could always try and start harvesting, potentially. The sun has popped up on the forecast now, so it shouldn't hopefully be too long, but it is another 10 minutes for the ground to dry out. Right, I'll get this reconfigured and I'll see you when the rain stops. Well, the rain seems to be stopping. I'm going to give harvesting a go, because the last thing we want to do is fall behind on the work we're doing. It's definitely got a lot brighter. Unfold. There we go. That's what we wanted. Now, I have no idea whether this is going to sink in or not, or whether we should even be harvesting this in the rain, but... Ah, the rain has now stopped. Let's find out. Ah, yes, it is definitely sinking in. Okay. That is going to cause a problem. Well, if we can get down to the end of this vine. Right, I shouldn't have done that. Yes, I definitely should not have done that. Oh, hello. We're moving again. Well, there we go. We made it down to the bottom. Not ideal if I'm honest. I think uphill's going to be a real problem. So we might need to wait another 10 minutes. And that's 10 minutes real time. Yeah. Let's give it a minute. Right, we're going to give this another go. It's not sinking as much, which is good. It's sneaking a little bit. Still can't get the doise far out the ground though. That's really, really stuck in. I have to wait for it to completely dry out for that, I think. I hope I don't have to go and get a tow rope and then get it out with the fent. It's possible though. But at least we can progress with this grape harvest now. I don't anticipate us getting it all finished in one afternoon because it is a massive, massive job. But we'll do as much as we can. At least the weather has improved. The tyres are sinking less into the ground. And so we'll give it a go. We also get to find out how effective the one round of fertiliser was on the bottom field. We shall see.
I'm not looking for your consolation. Just wanna know I'm not mistaken. Hey, I'm calling for you, reaching out to know if it's true. I'm falling for you, yearning for you, reaching out to hold you down.
Well, that's 2 fields done. There is rain on the way again, so in the interests of getting as much done as possible today, or as much as we need to done, I'm going to do 1 more field, so we've got 3 out of the 6 fields done. And that's going to be the bottom field, which did have an application of fertiliser. So that will tell us how that application of fertiliser has affected the yield. What I'd like to do is also try and get the doise far unstuck again. We're not currently connected to the sprayer. Okay, ground is completely dry now. Oh, hello. Oh, that worked. Brilliant. In that case, while I've got this here, we'll just do another quick lap round this field to get this done. Not even going to time lapse it, it's going to be so quick, and it's so much easier now we've got the smaller boom on. It's not even a small boom, it's still a huge boom, but it's definitely not in the way anymore. So yeah, fantastic that we've got this now out unstuck. Just going to get up into this corner here, and then back over this way, and then head down again. Hopefully won't catch any trees. No, much better, much better. So I should be able to head down the field now, getting everything that we haven't got already, hopefully. Obviously using minimal herbicide with See and Spray, which is exactly what we need. Obviously I could not do this last time because I had such a big boom, couldn't get into the areas that needed spraying, and we ended up with quite a few weeds in the field even afterwards. So we've got a little bit round here to get. And a small section down here on the left. And then that is this field completely done. And all we'll need is... I don't have access to this land apparently, but never mind. So we'll need to do the other field next time. So I will leave this here, all parked up and switched off. And we will do this last field, and then the only job left for today is to top up the greenhouses, which is a much easier job now that we've got that bigger water tanker. Need to spit my words out a bit better. So those two fields there and the little one over there will be left to do next time. This is the one that had a application of fertilizer. Didn't manage to get in 2 applications of fertilizer, unfortunately. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up on this one. I think we're going to have to sort of estimate. We were getting, I don't know how many or what the length of these vines are, but we were getting about 5% of a harvester per vine of the last field. We're just going to have to see if it's any better here. Stick with you in for this first vine and see how many we get. It does take, when it's on multiplayer, it does take a little while for the harvester to catch up with how the vines have been harvested. You don't actually get it in the harvester until the grapes have started coming off the vines. The visuals have started coming off the vines as well. Oh, look at that. That's already 6% of a harvester. Wow. So the fertilizer really does have a huge effect. That's already double off one vine what we would get off the other fields, which is incredible. Yeah, but we unfortunately, now that I've bought the field soil info for precision farming on the other fields, it does not let me fertilise. It's really unfortunate. We have 2 fields that we can fertilise, this one and the one right up the very top, because I have not bought precision farming for those, or the soil information I should say, for those fields. But this one is definitely yielding absolutely terrifically. Look, 2 vines down and 20% full. Not going to be long until we need the trailer along here. So, I'll get this field done, and then we'll load up the factory. As soon as we set it to selling tomorrow, it should sell everything that we've got in stock there. It is full up at the moment. And then start producing some more wine. I'll leave it on selling for all of October, and then we'll turn it off and turn it back on again in December. Hopefully we'll have another full load there to go. We have 4 pallets left over as well at the end that I'll have to pick up and take for sale. We'll do that in December. And in December we'll have to pick up the pallets of flour as well and take those over. But anyway, I'll get on with this field, and then it'll be topping up the greenhouses, and then I imagine it'll be dark by that point, so we'll have to stop.
Wasted words or wasted conversation. I'm calling for you, reaching out to know if it's true. I'm falling for you, yearning for you, reaching out to hold you down, hold you down, hold you down, hold you down. I wanna hold you down.
Well, there we go. 2 absolutely full to the brim loads from this field. I'd say that was pretty good. I don't think all of this is going to fit into this trailer load. But that's okay, we can get some of it in there. Yep, there we go. Half of it. So we'll run that trailer load up to the top and empty it into the factory. This can be emptied next time, but what we're going to do is just leave it just up here to start work on the field next to us. Yes, just at the end here. There we go. As for this one, we will head all the way up the top and empty the trailer, and then we'll use this tractor to head down and fill up the greenhouses because, well, it's the closest tractor. It's not slow, so there's no harm in that. We've got nothing down there already because the other stuff's over here. And yeah, that'll do for today. After we've done that, I don't fancy continuing in the dark or in the rain, and both of those things are rapidly approaching. So yeah, we'll call it a day after doing the greenhouses, I think. Pretty soon, I'm hoping that our roast coffee beans factory will be empty, and we will be able to sell that. And I plan to put in a cow barn in that field once we've harvested the soya beans. I'm going to put in a giant cow barn to generate us some profit there. If we get milk, we could get a dairy, we could get... yeah, so many things that I want to do. I'm really hoping for a decent progression with some more productions. At the same time, we've got to have the time to keep our finger on the pulse of all the other stuff, because there is a lot going on now. With the wine, the flour, we get dairy, there'll be that. There's the coffee bean production we've got to keep on top of as well. Obviously there's the lag that we have to contend with. Alright, let's get this turned around and put in here. Up to the back we go. And offload. Excellent. So that is going to put in a decent... oh, silage just stopped. Oh, we've got plenty of those to go in as well. Yep, so that's going to put a decent amount of grapes in. No, in fact what I'll do is I'll take this trailer down to the back of the harvester now. Get that harvester emptied before we start the next field. So those three fields gave us one trailer load. Or one trailer load and half a harvester load. Which isn't bad at all. I think obviously the last field was a good chunk of that, because it had been sprayed. So all of those fields next time are going to have turned yellow and be ready for pruning. And these three fields, these two here and the one up just up the hill there, are going to be still ready for harvest. So we'll have to get them harvested first, then we can get everything pruned and sorted and ready. As for this, we're going to leave that there. We'll head down and do the greenhouses. But yeah, once I've got this big cow barn, we'll be getting obviously some milkers and getting that set up to produce us milk. Initially, I plan to just put hay in there. I think we can make quite a bit of hay. If we make some alfalfa hay as well, off the field up there, instead of making silage, that's a decent chunk of hay that we could put straight into the barn. The cows up here are still happy with the food that they've got. Be able to get both that grass field and the alfalfa field turned into hay. Might get a bigger tedder to get it done quicker. But as for everything else, I think we've got everything else that we need. Right. Let's get fertilizer done first then. Should be absolutely fine with this amount in here. There we go. We will have to fill it up again next time. Especially if I'm driving into things. Produce a leak. That's the fertilising all done. We are going to have to go and top up the other one. I remember from yesterday it is empty, or close to empty as we're going to get. Try not to drive in that field because I bet crop destruction is now on. Yeah, there we go, 3%, which is actually still 7,000 litres, but not enough to fill the greenhouses. If I go down and fill it once, we will have enough to fill all the greenhouses. And then it'll be night time, and a wet night time it looks like. I'll drive around this boat here and then it should be full on the way back up. There we go, 100%. 200,000 litres in this tiny tanker, which is just as easy to pull as if it were a, I don't know, 3,000 litre tanker. Some mods are brilliant, especially when you want to win against a fellow farmer. Alright then. Offload that into here. And same again into this one. And we should have enough in there to fill a good chunk of that next time as well. Depending on what time of day we do the work. Okay, so there we go for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.